Hi everybody, it's me again. I just got home from work. It is so hot today. It was like 96 degrees earlier. It's cooling down a little bit now. So I'm gonna go check on the vegetable garden. I did happen to water it this morning, so we'll talk about that. Okay, so I'm back here in the garden patch, and it's about 6 o'clock-ish. The sun is on the far end, being blocked by a tree. Still some scattered sun coming through, but I just wanted to take a look at the garden and see how everything fared. These plantings, most of them are only like 2 weeks old, maybe at most. The oldest here is 3 weeks old. So I did water early this morning. So I typically water early in the morning or later at night, but more often in the morning before I go to work. The reason for that is you don't want the sun to pretty much evaporate all your water before your plants get a chance to drink it. So I'm gonna check them out and see if they did well today. So what I typically do is the finger test. So if you just take your finger and you check in the dirt, you're gonna go down maybe about an inch or two. And if you have dirt on your finger, if it sticks to your finger when you come back up a lot more than this, then the water the soil is still moist. But as you can see, I'm digging down maybe a good 3 or 4 inches, and just down at the very bottom it's moist. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this an afternoon watering, not a ton, just a little bit, just to make sure that these don't suffer any damage from the heat. Everything is up, everything is looking good. So I think it made it through the day. I just want to make sure it actually makes it through the night. So. Okay, all the watering is done. As you guys can see from the color, I just did a nice coating of water. I didn't really soak it. The reason for that is it's getting late. There's not much sun out here, and I don't want the water to sit on the plants. That just will help increase bacteria and fungus and things of that nature. So we don't want any of that. So there's enough time in the day. There's still enough sun out where it will dry pretty much any water that's on the plant. But that means that the ground is nice and moist, and they will do well until the morning. Some squirrel damage right there. So my main concern, though, pretty much all my pepper plants, because they're still pretty not feeling the weather so far. All my tomatoes are like this. All my tomatoes have grown tremendously, so they're ready to be trimmed, at least at the bottom. I'm going to trim off a lot of those leaves so they don't touch the ground, but my peppers aren't really feeling it. And I planted these yesterday. These are my eggplants. So I like my eggplants to grow together. They seem to do well when they grow with more than one plant, but also they'll actually provide some support for each other as they grow up. So I can kind of twine them together and they grow up pretty well. So that's the reason why I wanted to get this. I definitely watered. This is my new bed that I planted yesterday. So I have a few starts that I got from the nursery here, and then I direct sowed green pepper seeds all on this whole entire half of the bed. So that's especially important to keep that moist, so the seeds will germinate. Tomorrow morning I'm going to come in and put some sticks up on this end. So I'll be putting some sticks up on this end to prop this side up so the plants don't kind of get crushed. The goal is just to keep the squirrels out. The squirrels like to dig in the beds and disturb the seeds. So once they are big enough, pretty much like all of these other beds, squirrels come here and there, but not too often. They don't really eat peppers or tomatoes. It's part of the nightshade family, so they probably get sick off of it or may even die. So they pretty much don't touch peppers and tomatoes. It's this bed that I'm a little more concerned about, so I'll probably end up putting some sticks up the sides and wrap it to keep squirrels out. I don't want them to touch my collard greens. I actually have some little baby kale coming in right there. So not this weed, but little baby kale coming up throughout the bed. So I want to make sure that those actually get a chance to sprout up. So, all right. So thanks for hanging out with me while I'm after work. So I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.